Hello and welcome to another episode of the All About Feeling Good podcast, where I interview vegans from all over the world so they can share their story about why and how they adopted this lifestyle. I am your host, Richard Arsenault, and today's guest is Jeanette D'Onofrio. She's 35 years old from New York. She's currently living in Miami, Florida. So, welcome to the show, Jeanette. How's it going?
Hi, Richard. What's up? How are you?
I am doing great. I wish I was where you are with all those fresh fruits and hot sun.
Yeah, it's really nice here. I can't lie.
Yeah. So what have you been up to? What is keeping you busy up in Florida?
Yeah, so I have an exotic tropical fruit company called Fruit is Life. That's keeping me pretty busy. We're specializing in catering, so exotic fruit catering platters for weddings and events. So that's what I do mostly, and I love it so much. I also sell at the Coconut Grove Farmers Market. Have you been?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It's a place where once a week, all these types of amazing healers and vegans come together on a Saturday. It's really cool. Great energy. We sell there. You can pick up from our headquarters in Hollywood during the week, and then we sell on the weekends at Coconut Grove. So that's what keeps me mostly busy. And then, of course, I have online stuff that I like to do.
Cool, awesome. Um, so let's get right into it. And when and what made you go vegan?
Okay, great question. So I went vegan. This is going to sound weird, but on March 10th, 2010. So I know the exact day, which is cool. So I was staying home from work one day because I had really bad acne. And the acne was so bad. It was cystic acne on my face. It was on my arms. It was all over my body, basically. And sometimes it would get so bad that I was embarrassed to go out. Okay. Like makeup wouldn't cover it. So I was staying home one day from work because of acne, crazy. And I was watching the Oprah show, and she had on Food Inc. Okay, so she was promoting Food Inc., the documentary. And I never met a vegan. I never heard of veganism. I never heard the word vegan at the time, 2010. And so she was offering it for $1 that night on Amazon. Okay. So I was really I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to try anything to heal my acne. And I was overweight at the time. And I had really low energy. I was just depressed. I wasn't in a good place. Okay. So I ordered the documentary, and it was the first thing I ever ordered on Amazon, which is cool. I never went on Amazon before. And then I got it immediately. It was an immediate download, and I watched it, and I was crying hysterically because in the movie, it's not even, have you seen Food Inc., Richard?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
watched it a while back.
It's
Yeah.
not even about animal cruelty, but there's one little scene in it where there's a cow that cannot walk into the slaughterhouse. She's so sick. I think she has like a broken leg or something, that there's a crane pushing her in, and she's screaming. And the sounds that I heard from her, I've never seen an animal being hurt before, ever. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've never seen a cow before. I never met a cow or a chicken or a pig, right? Pigeons and rats and roaches, but I never met a farm animal before. And I didn't know that is what my food was. So when I saw that scene, wow, the floodgates opened up. I was crying hysterically for days, for 3 days. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was going to die from protein deficiency. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know a vegan. I didn't have anyone in my life. I didn't have, any examples or anyone to tell me what to do. So that's where it started. That's where my journey started. And that's how I found veganism, because of Food Inc., the documentary.
Right. Yeah, it's sometimes those documentaries, it's all it takes. I mean, it's the same situation for me. It was food choices, and just boom, the same situation where I didn't really know what vegan was or never really heard much of the word. And so
Yeah.
we're kind of in the same boat there with documentaries. That's why I always, suggest people to watch documentaries. They have all the information there for us, we don't need
Knowledge
to
is
go
really
really
power. Yeah.
Totally.
It's the beginning of power, and it's what you do with that knowledge that is really the power. Absolutely.
Right. So did you feel like you had any doubts at all making that change at first, or?
Yeah. Okay. So like I said, I didn't know what to eat. I immediately gave up eating all animal products. Okay. Meaning like animal body parts. Okay. So chicken and fish and, I used to eat bacon and eggs every day for breakfast, bacon and egg sandwich. So I gave up that, but I really truly believed that, because I didn't know anything about nutrition at the time, that I needed something. So I do remember I was eating like yogurt, and I was eating it periodically, and I was just for health benefits,
Yeah.
like cheese and yogurt, and getting some protein from that, or at least I thought I needed that, until the summer when I was introduced to David Wolfe. So David Wolfe helped me understand about raw food, and that's when I went raw. So I went pretty much vegan, or I guess you would call it vegetarian, on March 10th, 2010. And then that
Mhm.
summer is when I went raw vegan, and I gave up all animal products completely, and I gave up cooked food. And it's the last time I had cooked food as well, which was the summer of 2010.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you've been raw for how long now?
It's going to be 11 years this summer. 11 years, which is crazy because it went like that. Time goes so fast. I just cannot believe it's been 11 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, you didn't really have that much time as just a vegan and, jumping right into raw veganism. So, I mean, that change must have been pretty huge, because a lot of people see so many changes just going vegan and then let alone raw vegan. So, how did that make you feel and what were some of the changes?
Yes. So I definitely, it was crazy. I went from eating McDonald's every day, eating crap, total crap, not even a salad once in a while. I had never had an avocado or kale. I'm not joking, until after I went raw vegan. Okay, so I was at the bottom of the food chain there. I was really eating crap. And then when I saw the documentary, I had to figure out what to do with my diet. I had to start reading books and researching, and I had a lot of doubts because of the protein thing. I didn't know anything. And then when I found out about, wow, actually there's protein in everything, or else it wouldn't exist. We actually are protein. Then my mind was blown, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna try this raw vegan thing, because going vegan helped me immediately feel better. I lost a little bit of weight,
Mhm.
but my skin still was really bad. So I honestly went raw vegan to clear my skin. I would do anything. I just wanted to have clear skin and not be embarrassed to leave my house and not have to deal with putting on pounds and pounds of makeup. So I went raw vegan, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do this for 30 days. After 1 week, I was hooked. I couldn't believe it. The difference in 1 week in my skin, in my energy level, in my sleep, um, my mood, I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. And I had felt like I never felt before. It's almost like I was alive for the first time. So I never looked back. And honestly, it was a little difficult because after a month of eating raw vegan, I got really sick. But because at that time I did have a mentor in my life, okay, he helped me understand that it was just detox. And the fastest way to get rid of the symptoms was to get a colonic. Okay, now, have you ever had a colonic, Richard?
I have not, but I know what it is.
Yeah. It's not a party in your pants. It's not a party. But I was so against it. I was like, absolutely not. No way, bro. This is disgusting. I'm trying to live a natural life. I'm not doing into it. But I got so sick that I couldn't even work. I couldn't even speak. I was coughing 24/7. I couldn't sleep. I had mucus coming out of my mouth, my nose, my ears, everything. I was a mess. And I went to get a colonic as like a last resort because I tried everything. You know, I tried oil of oregano, I tried elderberry, I tried vitamin C supplements. I was just really sick. And once I got a colonic, within an hour, I stopped coughing. So I had been coughing for a long time, like a full month. And then within an hour, I stopped coughing. And yeah, I'm a really big believer in colonics. If you are trying to transition with, you know, with going from a standard American diet to a raw vegan diet, it's very, very important. If not colonics, then enemas, you know, you have to get, the mucus is coming out so fast from your cells, you can't handle it on your own. And so I know some people are, you know, saying colonics are not natural, but they really helped me in my journey, in my beginning, especially because I ate so much unnatural food. I had to do a natural method to get the shit out, literally, literally.
Well, a lot of people say it's not natural, but I don't, to me, I don't get it. It's just something that we didn't know about that we weren't doing in the past. Now we have technology and tools, and we figured out ways to, you know, do things that can increase our health. So
it's like juicing. Juicing's not natural.
Exactly. But I mean, it's still another way of getting some vitamins in. We just didn't have a juicer. So how are we going to know about juicing before, right? So
Yeah.
it's just, you know, we're evolving and becoming better at certain things.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
do you feel that because of your situation and how you ended up going to raw vegan, do you feel that because of that, that's what kind of helped you stay raw vegan and made it easier for you? Or was it still hard to stay raw?
Well, great question. Okay, so for me personally, it's been extremely easy to be raw vegan. Even though I was living in New York for the first 9 years of my raw vegan journey. It was easy for me because number one, I had a mentor who helped me understand what to do and how to eat. And I found other mentors online as well. So I understood that I have to eat enough. If I don't eat enough, I'm going to get hungry and I'm going to eat crap. I'm going to go back to McDonald's. I'm going to eat the junk food or the cooked food. And then I just started researching and learning as much as I could. And it's really actually simple. Once you do all the research, you come back to the fact that, you know, whatever you eat, you're going to crave. So if you are eating, you know, chocolate, for example, you're going to crave more chocolate. If you're eating cooked food, you're going to crave more cooked food. And I gave up the cooked food for a significant amount of time. You know, a month is a long time. And after that, I didn't want anything else. I didn't want anything besides, you know, fruit, vegetables. And, you know, by the way, I wasn't eating a fruitarian diet though. When I went raw vegan, I was eating pretty bad. I was eating lots of nuts and cacao and nut butters and, you know, all the dehydrated stuff. So to me, it was so easy. It was so easy. I do have to also mention that it changed my whole life. I was working at a recording studio. So I was a sound engineer and I was working at one of the best recording studios in the world where John Lennon recorded. And, you know, I met Paul McCartney and Beyonce was there all the time. And, you know, I was living my dream until I watched this documentary and then nothing else mattered. So I quit my job and I started working at a health food store, you know, for $9 an hour because I just wanted to know more about this. What is going on? Like, I didn't know we could not eat animals. And, you know, I didn't know anything about health and health food. So I started working there. And that's when I met my mentor. And he, you know, introduced me to David Wolf and raw veganism. And so I was in the environment of health and learning that we absolutely do not need to eat animals. And we don't even need to eat cooked food, you know? We can, and we can definitely be healthy eating cooked food.
Yeah.
I truly don't believe we can be healthy eating animals and their byproducts, but we can absolutely eat cooked food and be healthy. But for me, the raw food was just a game changer for my health and my energy level. I was always tired before, and now, you know, 11 years later, I feel so much better than I felt as a teenager. I'm like a different person, and I physically am. You know, I'm made up of different things now. So, yeah, wait, what was your question? Sorry.
Oh no, you answered it.
Okay. It's my first podcast, everyone. I'm sorry if I.
No, it's like you said, you have a big why, you had a mentor, and all these things guiding you and helping you with that lifestyle, and the changes that you've felt are there for you to be like, this is working for me, and I like it.
Oh, yes. Your question was it easy or not? Right, right, right. It was easy because I had the support. I had a coach. I had the environment of it. And, it's so important to have support and know someone that's doing what you want to do. We can't do things alone. We
Yeah.
can't. And I feel so many people fall off or don't even start their healthy healing journey because they don't have anyone in their life that is doing it. So if that's you, and reach out to people like Richard and me who are living a healthy lifestyle. We would love to help you. Know that you're not going to be able to do it alone. Nobody can do anything alone at all.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I try to tell people. Like, we're here to help out. Like, pretty much a lot of vegans and a lot of people that are adopting these lifestyles are always willing to help out and give a hand, because we see the benefits, and a lot of times it's for the animals as well, so we want people to realize that. So
Absolutely.
um so we figured out what how your diet was like in the past before you went vegan. Tell us just a little bit about kind of what you're eating nowadays, and what your diet consists of.
Yes. So I eat mostly fruit, but I wouldn't call myself a fruitarian because I do enjoy salads at night. I usually eat a big salad at night, which, by the way, is mostly fruit. So I guess I am mostly a fruitarian, tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff like that. But yeah, so I listen, I just want to say I'm living the dream now, right? I'm living in Miami and I can eat tropical, amazing, delicious, locally grown organic fruit now. But it took 9 years for me to get here. And I just want everyone to know that what I was eating in New York. Okay, so in New York, I was eating the things that I could find. I was doing the best with what I had. Okay, because that's all we can do is, use what you have and you do the best with that. So in New York, you can absolutely be successful, or anywhere, you're in freezing cold Canada, you can be successful on a raw vegan diet. You just have to put some effort and you have to make it a priority. So I would eat, oranges for breakfast in New York, no problem. For lunch, eat, half a watermelon or as many grapes as I wanted, no problem, right? And for dinner, I'd have a beautiful big salad. When you have the what I want to convey is that everything's mental, right? So when you have the mentality that something's hard, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I had the mentality of, because, I knew people now that were eating this way, and I saw, examples from the health food store. It was not easy. It was not hard. It was easy. It's easier, in my opinion, to eat raw vegan than to eat, cooked vegan, in my opinion, or, just a standard American diet. Because you have so many side effects and so many symptoms and issues you're dealing with when you eat a standard American diet. To me, it's easier to be raw vegan. It's not convenient always, but it's always possible. And I personally would, you choose your heart. I would choose my heart being, trying to find the best quality fruit than having to take medicine for diabetes, or, stick myself to find out my insulin level every day, or go to the doctor all the time, or not feel good when I wake up in the morning, or have, issues going to the bathroom, right? You got to choose your heart. So now I personally eat the most incredible fruit I've ever had in my life. I'm so blessed that, I have a fruit company. So whatever I don't sell, I get to eat. And I know some local farmers that don't spray their stuff. They have amazing methods to grow their fruit, and it's local, it's organic. I'm eating a lot of black sapote right now. I'm eating a lot of organic local papayas. Mind blowing. I'm eating, jackfruit every day now. And by the way, I was eating this in New York too. It was, I was eating jackfruit every day, but it was just costing me my life savings, you know?
Yeah.
You want to either move or become a millionaire if you want to get high quality tropical fruit if you're living in a cold climate. I decided, listen, I had to make the money. So I got a really good job and I made the money in New York to afford a durian every week, to afford, soursop every single week living in New York. If somebody is listening in New York, you have no excuses to not eat amazing, because some of the fruit there is incredible. You go to Chinatown and you get mangosteen every day. You can get whatever you want. I can't even get mangosteen here in Florida. It's very hard to find, but New York has so much. It's not local, okay? So it's not going to be, it's not going to be cheap, and it's not going to taste as amazing, but it's absolutely possible to get amazing tropical fruit there. Do you have an issue getting tropical fruit? I wonder if
I
I had an
mean,
advantage living in New York. Probably.
oh yeah, you definitely have an advantage. You got Whole Foods, you got all these big supermarkets, and like you said, Chinatown.
Yeah.
I've been to New York after the Woodstock Fruit Fest, and we went to that international whatever
MK International.
MK, yeah, and we had
Oh, you
it
can
was
eat
like,
durian buffet.
yeah, it was like $30, and I ate so much durian. Like here, like I can buy durian on this island. Like I just bought some, but it was like a pack of already, like they've taken the seed out, and there's like 5 pieces in there, and it's frozen. So when it thaws out, the texture gets a little bit weird,
Yeah.
but it was still decent. But like, I mean, $16 for a little pack of four
Yeah.
little pieces. And like I can buy a full durian, like I can buy the good quality durian, but like I'm paying $80 a fruit, so I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
doing
I
that.
was doing that in New York, and I just, that's where all my money was going. I was spending
Yeah,
so much money, and you don't have to, right? That's
yeah,
what I wanted to do, right? I don't go out, I
yeah,
don't drink, I don't,
exactly.
have kids. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend my life savings on this fruit, because that really helps. Obviously, if you're eating things that don't taste good, you're not going to stick to the diet. You've got to find what you love and eat that, obviously. So that's why I moved to Florida, because this is the food that I love to eat, and it makes it so easy. It's not even a question of if I can stay on this diet. It's like, I'm so blessed. I don't even question it. I'm just so blessed, and I will absolutely be raw vegan for life. There's no other lifestyle I'd love to, I'd like to eat,
Nice.
live.
You're inspiring me to be, getting back into it. I know I've been thinking about it lately, and I gotta keep trying, but like I don't push myself super hard, or like trying to, I try sometimes, and then I end up, going for a week, and then I just start craving cooked foods again, and then I end up, falling off. But I mean, I think it's all part of the way I'm gonna get to it as well, is just trying every now and again, and when I get re-inspired, okay, let's do this,
Yeah, and
jump back into it.
what's your favorite fruit, Richard?
Oh my God, I don't know. There's just so
Or,
many.
know,
I mean, for here,
for there,
I'm
yeah.
just eating mostly oranges and some pineapples sometimes, but it's very hard to find decent ones. I don't just buy all these green pineapples because they're just
Yeah.
shitty. But for some reason, the ones that look ripe on the shelf are always better. Um, and other than that, I mean, there's a few fruits that I would buy if they're coming on sale or whatnot, like dragon fruit and stuff like that, or coconuts. But yeah, there's a lot of times I get turned off by it just because of the price. And then I know the quality is like very poor. So then I kind of just stay away from it. But
Yeah, so I mean, listen, don't beat yourself up, because if
oh
you don't
yeah.
have it available, that's out of your control. The only thing you can do is control the other factors, which is, either you move, right? You can move, or you make more money to be able to waste so much, which is what I did in New York. I can't even tell you. I was spending about $500 a week. I'm not joking, on food. I'm not joking.
Holy shit.
Yeah, insane. But I just decided, listen, I can't move because I had to take care of my family. So I was like, I'm gonna make a lot of money so that I can live this lifestyle. That's how my mind works, there's no
Yeah.
problems, only solutions. So those are the two options. You move to where your food grows, or you make a lot more money.
Yeah.
If you want to be raw vegan and you want to enjoy it, because life is really short. So you don't want to be raw vegan and not enjoy it. What's the point? You better eat just cooked food and healthy cooked food. You know what I mean? There's no point. But, you work your life so that you can eventually, it took me 9 years, but you eventually can move, or you eventually can make more money to afford. But honestly, moving is the better option. Honestly.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
It's not so easy. Trust me. It took me a long time, but that's the way to go. If you're trying to live a healthier lifestyle, you need to live where your food grows. You need to, especially because we can't even trust the system. We could never, but now it's like emergency. Like we don't know what's going on in the future. We don't know if we're gonna shut down bridges or stop transportation, and we gotta take care of ourselves. So we gotta definitely get to the warm climate.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely working at it, but
Yeah.
taking my time.
Well,
Bought some property, and I'm gonna work on some projects. But give me 5, 6, 7 years. You never know. Maybe I'll be there. You gotta take
absolutely,
it.
of course. Everyone that wants to live a healthy lifestyle or a natural lifestyle, they eventually get to the tropics. It's funny. Our friend, Frank from
Yeah.
he told me that. It's so funny because 4 years ago when I met him, I was like, I'm not moving. I love New York. I have a great job. I take care of
I
my
remember
family.
you saying that too.
Yeah. Plus, I took care of my family at the time. So I was like, no, I can't move. And I don't want to. I love New York. And he was like, you're going to move to the tropics one day. And I did. He was right. He was right. Shout out to Frank.
One thing actually that I forgot to mention is melons. Those canary melons and those Santa Claus melons, or whatever the other word is. Yeah, I can't remember the proper name for it, but those are very popular here for some reason, and they always have them at the one store. I mean, they're a little bit pricey, but that's definitely something I don't even care about the price anymore. I'm just like, I want these melons
Yeah, I
because they're
think you
so
mean
good. And I
sugar.
always start my day raw,
Yes. You probably talking about the
amazing.
sugar. What are those called? Sugar something, right? Sweet sugar melons.
Oh, the sugar kiss, maybe?
Yeah, sugar kiss.
Yeah. Well, no, they're the green ones. They're like weird green ones.
Oh, I don't know.
Palo de I don't know. I can't remember. Keep
Oh,
forgetting. I keep seeing the name, but for some reason I can't remember it.
yeah. I
But
used a
yeah,
lot in New
they're
York.
like a version of honeydew in some way. But
Yeah, I used to eat a lot of melons in New York. It's a great way to have a meal. It's so big, and that could be a meal. And it's maybe, I used to spend sometimes $10, on a honeydew or something, but that's a meal. And whatever you can find that's amazing, buy it. You gotta, if it tastes good, eat it. Don't worry about the health benefits. That's one thing that I went wrong in the beginning. I thought it was all about the health benefits, and I was gonna eat this because it had this amount of vitamin K2, whatever, and then it was
yeah,
this because of the B12 and whatever. Honestly, if you or iron and calcium, and I had to mix things together to make sure the calcium comes with the iron because that's how it's absorbed. If you just eat things that you really love, the fruit and vegetables that you love that taste amazing, everything will take care of itself. You don't need at all to worry about the vitamins and minerals and nutrients because nature is so perfect that everything you eat that you love that tastes good, that's fruit or a vegetable, is healing you and has everything that you need, all the protein, all the nutrients. I've never, ever worried about my health. I get blood tests every single year, and I'm perfect in everything. And I never have worried since the first year. The first year I was a crazy person. I was at the movie theater eating sunflower seeds, dry as fuck sunflower seeds, because I was like, these have 9 grams of protein per, half cup. And but that's a silly way to live when you realize that oranges, have 9% protein. That's all we need is 9% protein. This is silly. This is
right.
really misinformation. So yeah, that's why I have dedicated my life to helping other people realize this, that it's so easy to eat healthy. I mean, especially vegan. especially vegan, as you know. It is so simple. It's so easy. There's never another need to hurt another animal as long as you live, ever. And you're going to be healthier too. And the planet's going to be better, everything.
Absolutely. It's just it's all about win win win. It's pretty much all it is, you know.
Yes. And you know what? If you're listening to this and you're not vegan yet, it's not your fault. You just didn't know better. You didn't know. And now that you know, now you know better, you can start doing research for yourself and you can start experimenting with different dishes and, you know, the fake meats and stuff like that. And you can realize that we don't even like the taste of animals. We like the spices. So
Right.
that it's just once you know better, you can do better. So don't beat yourself up. And, you know, same with being raw vegan. You know, if you can't get the high quality fruit, okay, so you eat as healthy as you can. You know, you can absolutely eat a healthy vegan diet. I know some people, you know, I'm a coach. I do coaching for people, and sometimes they go from eating, they try raw veganism, it doesn't work because they just don't have the time to get the fruit or they don't have it available, they can't afford it. And they go to eating, you know, Burger King Impossible Burgers. And it's like, there is a middle ground here, guys, you know? You
Yeah.
can't eat a sweet potato. It costs $1. You know, we don't have to go to the processed food, which is extremely bad, extremely bad. And, you know, we also don't want to support these companies that are hurting animals. Yeah, just because they have vegan options. I don't know how you believe, like, I don't know what your beliefs are regarding this, Richard, but personally, I don't like to support companies that hurt animals. So I'm not going to ever go to Burger King or any other place that sells animal products. I don't believe in it. I don't like to be there and I don't want to support them. Even if they have vegan options, we shouldn't, in my opinion, we shouldn't be supporting these horrible corporations that are destroying the planet, that are torturing innocent animals and hurting us in the same time, you know, at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, like I'm sure there's plenty of people who would say the opposite and say, "Well, we need to support the vegan options so they become more available." But I totally get you. Like I'm on that side as well, where I wouldn't go there. Like I've been to the places to try these things once,
Yeah.
maybe twice, but it's not something I really support. And I don't want to eat fast food anyways. I'll go support my fully vegan restaurant that we have in town. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
those guys, I definitely, every time I'm in town, I'm buying some food there for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I love supporting vegan companies. So my best friend, I live with my best friend, and I'm always ordering for her because yes, we need to support those small vegan companies. Absolutely. But you know, these fast food places, they're never going to stop hurting animals. It's never going to happen.
mhm,
So me personally, I wouldn't support it because it's never going to turn into a vegan fast food place. You know what I mean? In New York,
true.
I used to always go to vegan fast food places to buy stuff for my friends and my family. Like By Chloe's is an amazing vegan fast food place in New York, and there's so many. But yeah, that's something you want to support. You don't want to support any company that literally is hurting animals with your money. Okay, you just because you're buying the vegan option doesn't mean what they're doing with your money is a vegan practice. You know, they're paying people to hurt animals with your money that you're spending on a vegan burger. I just have
Absolutely.
I have a yeah, I have a major problem with the whole supporting vegan fast food places that serve animals.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're somebody that's already just eating fast food and that's all you want to eat, and you don't care about becoming healthier, then yeah, of
Yeah, true.
course, choose the vegan option. But I mean, I
Sure.
think most people are not just like, I
But
just want to eat fast food and not care
yeah,
what the
if
rest.
you're listening to this podcast, you're probably a little more woke than that.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably.
At one point, I'll be exposing all the vegan options we have. So I'll be going to these places to show what they have on the menu, because that's
Yeah.
one of my plans for the island, as I trying to start a page as for local people of the island to show how easy it is to, be vegan. And I'll be going to every single restaurant, whether they have barely of an option, but they have a few things you can combine, just to be like, you can eat here if you
Oh,
really
there's no
want.
question. It's
You know,
so easy to be vegan. It is
they can make you a
incredible.
salad, they can make you fries or something.
Absolutely.
But so what about your friends and family? Like when you made that change, how are they affected by this lifestyle switch?
They were annoyed. And so food is a big like thing, and you don't realize it until you stop eating what everybody else is eating. You don't realize that you're like the weirdo and you're ruining plans, or like, you going to a restaurant and bringing your own fruit is not like exciting to your friends. It's not, something they want to be down with. So what happened was I definitely I learned early on that you become the sum of the top 5 people you hang around. And I knew that if I was going to change my life, if I was going to lose weight and feel better and clear my skin and stick to this lifestyle, this raw vegan lifestyle, I was going to have to get new friends, because my friends were very unhealthy because I was very unhealthy, and you are who you hang out with, right? So I was hanging out with people that ate at McDonald's. I was hanging out with people that didn't, care about themselves or their health. They didn't exercise, or they weren't into healthy habits. So I did, for a while try to be friends with my friends from high school and from my childhood, but it just didn't work because they just weren't down with the new lifestyle that I was down with. And now it's so funny. A lot of them are vegan now, but they used to just be like, Jeanette, you're crazy. This doesn't make sense. You're going to die. You're going to have a protein deficiency. You can't save every animal, whatever. So I got new friends, basically. That's what I basically am trying to say. My family, they so for the first 5 or 6 years, I was extremely angry. I was a very angry vegan. So
Right.
my family really suffered, and I feel bad. But basically, I would not allow animal products in the house, and I was living with my family. And so every time they would buy something, I would throw it away as soon as they like went to sleep. It was really bad. I threw away our microwave. I threw away, just everything. And, I was really I was doing it the wrong way because to me, it was an emergency. Animals are
Yeah.
being hurt and you're being hurt. The number one cause of cancer is dairy. So I got rid of all the dairy stuff, and, there's so much dairy in dry goods and stuff. You don't even believe it. Like in chips, there's whey protein and stuff. So
Yeah.
I was throwing away all this stuff and they didn't understand it. And I was very angry and I was trying to inspire, but I was doing it in the wrong way. So now we're much better, me and my family, because even though they're not vegan, they respect me. That, if they come stay with me or if I come back to New York, then there's no animal products in the house because it doesn't work for me. I can't be in a house with a dead animal's body part that's going to be cooked. It's very it's very wrong to me. It's almost as if somebody has a human body part in their fridge and they're
Right.
going to cook it for dinner. I don't see a difference and I can't deal with it. I truly can't be around it. I can't smell animals being cooked. I just, once I woke up that day, 2010, ever since then, I'm just like, guys, this is wrong. This is really wrong. And my family is definitely not vegan, but they respect me. I mean, they called me a fanatic for many, many years. And now that it's more prevalent, right? Now there is the vegan fast foods and stuff. Now they're like, oh, okay, we get it. It makes sense now because there's other people doing it. Once you're the
Right.
only person doing it, your family thinks you're crazy. Now vegan is so popular that they're like, okay, I guess you're not crazy. And there are, my family has definitely helped their health issues. My mom lost a lot of weight. And unfortunately, I've had many family members die already.
Yeah.
So it's too late for them. But the ones that are still alive, yeah, they definitely have seen some benefits just being around me making them smoothies and stuff like that. So yeah, we're in a better place now. Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's hard, that whole angry vegan phase thing. And like you said, it feels like an emergency.
Yeah.
And
Did you go through it too? The angry. I can't see you angry, Richard,
yeah,
but did you go through that?
you
I
can't see
cannot
me
see you
angry.
angry.
I mean, like, I don't know what kind of level of angry, but like always just going into discussions and just really fighting for it, and then maybe realizing that, you know, it wasn't the right way, because then it just creates more of a block, it creates more defense on the other side, and it's very like, you know, I'm attacking someone or something like that. So
Yes.
I mean, but it's kind of like you have to understand it. Like people that are not vegan, they just don't see it that way. But like when I look back, I'm like, well, I mean, it makes sense why we're doing this. And it kind of sucks that non-vegans are not seeing it or not realizing why, you know, but just because they're not vegan, they only realize that once they've actually made the switch and realize it, they're like, that's why people are upset. Like, look at me now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I
And
think empathy is really important, and I didn't know that at the time,
right.
but it's really important to understand that everyone's not the same. Okay, some people are all or nothing people. Some people are just, they found this and they can just give up everything that they've ever eaten and just find new ways and find solutions to the problems of not eating everything that everyone else eats. Right? That's me. I'm an all or nothing person. Once I find the truth, once I hear the truth, I can't go back. You know, wow, like this is the new way of living. There's no options. Now my roommate, my best friend, she's different. Okay, so I knew her. She's one of the people that I still know from when I wasn't vegan.
Mhm.
I've known her for 15 years, and I've only been vegan for 11. Right, so I knew her. We used to eat at McDonald's and like eat crap together. And then when I went vegan, she didn't judge me, and I tried to make her vegan, and it didn't work. And then 4 years later, she came around and she went vegan. And this is amazing, but she still is not an all or nothing person, right? So, like me, it's not even a question ever. Never, ever, ever will I eat an animal ever again. It doesn't matter. Even if I had health issues, I wouldn't go that route. I know that there's a solution that doesn't involve hurting other innocent beings. I just know it. I just know the creator did not create us to hurt other beings. And
Right.
my roommate is somebody, she's my best friend. I love her so much, but she's not the same as me, and it took her a while, and she had to say goodbye to all of her favorite foods. I didn't even say goodbye. My favorite food was fried chicken. Okay, fried chicken was it. That was my favorite thing. And also I loved bacon, anything with bacon on it,
Of
obviously. I
course,
was like the cliche. And I never even said goodbye because that's not food anymore. I can't eat something that isn't food. That's an
right.
animal. That's a dead animal's body part. And I wish more people would see it like that. But that's why we exist, because we're here to inspire people to understand that is not food. That is just a food-like substance that they put spices on and sell it to us like it is. And the reasons why they do that, are complicated. The reasons why we even have this big animal industry, killing industry. But nevertheless, we have to understand that not everyone is the same. We're all different.
Right.
And the world's not going to go vegan by us just like giving up on the people that are not like us. Small, incremental, seemingly insignificant changes add up to big, big changes. Now my roommate is vegan. I never thought she would go vegan. She's from France. It's all about the cheese. Okay. So,
Cheese and wine.
but guess what? We have so many options now that it's so easy. Like she can eat all the cheese she wants. And so yeah, so we just have to understand that we have to be empathetic. We cannot just give up and just fight and just blame and be, really not understanding and not patient with our loved ones who are doing the best they can with what they have, just like you and me. We're all just doing the best we can. Nobody wants to hurt an animal. They don't realize it, Nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to have cancer one day or be overweight. And we have to understand that they're just doing the best they can.
Right. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, as well as like some people that are just, you know, because they don't see it the same way as we do. And I feel like you're the same way. Like you've just seen something and you're like, wow, it just resonated. You related to it, and it was just like boom. Like you didn't really need much convincing.
Not at all.
It's not like
Yeah.
you were brainwashed into something, or you've been following this cult about this and whatever. You've seen this, you're like, wow, this is complete injustice, and like I can't support this anymore. And right away you've made that change, and you've been, like solid on it and stuff, and just really trying to help people make that change. But and then you have some people that are, you know looking at it like, oh, you're brainwashed, or oh, but it's like, I just feel weird. It's like, but no, I feel the same way as you. When I seen that documentary, it's not like I needed to watch. Like, I mean, of course there's a lot of people that are, it takes them time, and it takes them a bunch of documentaries, or it takes them a bunch of information and stuff. I'm not saying anything against that, but like, I guess two people that just make that realization and make that switch, it's kind of like, it just felt right. It just felt like the right thing. It didn't take a bunch of convincing or all these things to really, like, so it's like, well, we've been born into this whole time, and we never had a choice. We weren't given any of this information, until the day that we decided to watch a documentary or talk to somebody that was vegan, and boom, and just like, oh, that made so much sense. But I guess to some people, it's not going to make that much sense that quick, overnight.
Yeah,
But
and you know what? And I don't want to cut you off, but sometimes it's never gonna make the connection. There
right,
are some people in
exactly.
this lifetime, and I truly believe that, people like you and me, we're so blessed. We have been blessed
Yeah.
beyond comprehension, because in this lifetime, we got it. But some people, it's not, they're not gonna get it in this lifetime. It's just not for them.
Mhm.
And you know what? So my previous job was to train people to make smoothies and juices for a big company in New York, right? So I was
Okay.
training them how to do customer service, and about, organic and veganism, and help customers pick out what smoothie they would like, and smoothie bowls and things like that, right? And I would train about 10 to 20 kids every week. And when I say kids, I mean, like, in their 20s. Okay, so
Yeah.
10 to 20 people every week. And listen, I would do a whole speech. I would do a 4-hour orientation, and most of it was on, going vegan. I made it my own little thing. Like, it was about 10 minutes about the company, and then 3 hours and 50 minutes about why you should go vegan. And maybe one person a week would be like, whoa, you really, like, wow, that really hit me. But who even knows if they went vegan, right? It was
Right.
really hard to get through to people that had never heard of it before. And maybe one day it'll hit them, maybe it won't. But I feel what you're saying. And it's so funny, because some people think veganism is a cult.
Yeah.
And we were in a cult. It's crazy. Like, we were
Yeah.
literally, a cult is anything
That's
you follow, right?
yeah.
And we were following the mainstream of just, this is normal. This is normal. Animals are being hurt, but it's behind closed doors, so it's okay.
Right.
And this is all normal. And if you go to the supermarket and it's wrapped in plastic and it has a barcode on it, that is okay. And that's safe to eat. And the truth is that there's a lot of things out there that are absolutely not safe to eat. There's a lot of things that are being sold that should not be legal, and they're not legal in other countries. Okay, there's things here in America that are not legal in the UK, and I'm sure there are things that are being sold, ingredients that are not legal in Canada, and vice versa, right? And America is the worst. America is the worst one. Okay,
Yeah.
I've done some research, and there are ingredients in our fast food and in our different candy bars and things that are the different ingredients in Britain. It's different ingredients in Japan. And I just think that we need to open our eyes to the fact that our health and our life is our own responsibility. And when we take our health and our life into our own hands, and we realize that nobody's looking out for us, we have to look out for ourselves, we have to get educated, then we can start making better decisions. I used to go to the store and buy Skittles, and now I look at the ingredients to Skittles and I'm like, this should not be legal. This stuff is
I
scary
know.
for a kid to be consuming, for an adult, let alone a kid that is growing from what you're putting in its, in its body. It's very
Yeah.
scary that it was legal, and it's not our parents' fault. It's not, they didn't know any better, right? It's not the
Mm.
store's fault. It's the way it is. It's no one's fault.
Right.
And it just, when you know better, you can do better. And I'm shocked that I found this lifestyle. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't find it, because at 16, I was very sick. I had chronic fatigue. At 26, when I found, veganism, I was at my lowest. I was extremely depressed. I had a lot of health issues. I was always getting sick. Every year I had to go get antibiotics for the flu or for bronchitis or whatever. And that was at 26. So I just can only imagine what would be happening now 10 years later. And I'm just really grateful, really, really grateful for the knowledge.
Totally. You were ready when that moment came. You were ready to make that switch.
My soul, my soul recognizes truth. I saw the truth. This cow was being hurt, and I was like, there's no way that I can support this. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I have to eat or not eat. This is not right. And wrong is wrong, even if everyone's doing it. Right is right, even if no one's doing it. So I really like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. So, what kind of advice would you have for some people here that might be interested in adopting a vegan lifestyle?
A vegan lifestyle? Okay, I would say.
Or raw vegan, whichever. I mean, both.
So for the vegan, definitely watch documentaries. Okay, it doesn't take anything to go on Netflix and go watch Game Changers. Go watch, Food Inc. and Cowspiracy and what the hell. Go watch that and just see what you think for yourself. Okay, because the only thing that matters is what you think. If you recognize truth in those things, which you definitely will, then know that there's so many people dedicating their lives to help people transition to a vegan lifestyle. And the other advice that I would give is to understand that it is so much easier than you might think. Everything is hard before you know how to do it. So of course, if you're not vegan right now, if you're not raw vegan right now, you might be like, I don't know how to do that. That's hard. That seems hard. Everything is hard before you know how to do it. Before you were walking, you couldn't walk and it was hard. You had to learn, you had to fall, you had to crawl, and you had to, be picked up, and you did it again and again and again until you could walk. It's the same thing, before you knew any skill that if you know how to play guitar, it was really hard before you knew how to do it. And then you learned how to do it and you're like, this is easy and I love it. So please know that everything is hard before you know how to do it. Going vegan, the easiest thing in the world. Going raw vegan is also the easiest thing in the world. To me, it's a little more, you need to have a little more of a priority as far as your health goes to go raw vegan. If you're gonna go raw vegan, you wanna definitely get with a coach or mentor or start looking on YouTube at people who have been doing it a long time and start learning advice, start following advice from them, because when you go raw vegan, you're going to detox all the crap that you've eaten. Okay. And if you're older, you definitely, if you're older than 20, 30 years old, you got a lot of crap. And I would recommend for sure a colonic. If you are going from a meat eater to a vegan or a meat eater to a raw vegan, you need to get the stuff out that is decaying in your body. Since the time we are born, we have been storing old fecal matter in our intestines, and it's really disgusting. I'm sorry, I didn't want to bring it up, but I have to. It's ridiculous. Most people are storing between 5 and 20 pounds in their colon of old decaying fecal matter. It's disgusting. And, I really am a big proponent of colonics, because that is an easy way to get it out. And you can also have the colonic be a catalyst to a new lifestyle. Right. A lot of us everyone has parasites. If you've eaten an animal, you have parasites. So colonics are great for that as well. And, if you find it very hard to stick on a healthy diet, then it might be because you are overrun with toxins. And of course, you're not going to want to even eat fruit. If your parasites don't like fruit, they like junk food, they like chips, and they like salt, and they like the animal products you've been eating. So it's not your fault. You just haven't been exposed yet to the knowledge and information on how to change it. And so reach out to, someone that is doing what you want to do, and they can help you. They can help you know that. You know, we're not born with this knowledge. Richard wasn't born healthy. I wasn't born healthy. We just took our health into our own hands. And if you're waiting for the government to help you, that you're gonna be waiting forever. That it's never gonna be on the news. A vegan or raw vegan diet is never going to be mandatory. Like, we're all wearing masks now. Okay, if we really wanted to be healthy, it would be mandatory to be at least vegan now in this day and age. But it's
Right.
not. So don't wait for someone to, you know, help you. You got to find it yourself. And once you change your mentality that it's actually very easy to be healthy, it's very easy to be vegan, it's easy to be raw, it's going to, the universe is going to support you in that. So if you think it's hard, the universe is going to support you in that. If you think it's easy, there you go. It's going to be easy.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot and make you explain what is a colonic, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know.
True. Okay, colonic is so simple. Okay, a colonic is a tube that a professional colon hydrotherapist puts up your butt. And in the tube are two other tubes. One has water and one is empty. The water goes into your intestines and the empty one flushes the water out. With the water comes a lot. Okay, this is number one. This is the best way to get rid of parasites. Number two, this is the only way to release the disgusting, old, decaying fecal matter and animal body parts that have been sitting in your colon for years. It's crazy because we clean our house, we clean our teeth, we brush our teeth, we clean our clothes, we wash our hair, we never clean our colon. And I don't have a colonic company. I don't make any money on this. It just really saved my life. I thought I was dying. So I was, like I said, I was working at a health food store at the time when I went raw vegan, and no customer would come to my register because I was coughing so much that every customer was like, I'll wait for the next cashier. Like my friends thought I had AIDS or something. We didn't know what was going on. I was constantly coughing and sneezing and just really sick. And I'm telling you, I got a colonic against everything. I did not want to do this, but I was at my last resort. I didn't know what else to do. And within an hour, I stopped coughing. And within 24 hours, my skin completely healed. So I just want you to know that I went raw vegan and my skin looked pretty much the same. It was less oily, but within 24 hours of my colonic, my skin, the acne completely went away. And the scars, it took a long time for the scars, right? It took a few months for the scars to go away, but it went away in 24 hours. So that is just showing you, I mean, our skin is our second kidney, right? Or our second colon. So whatever's going on in our colon is a direct reflection of what's going on our skin. So if you're somebody who's dealing with cystic acne or psoriasis or eczema, please know that a colonic and followed up with a healthy diet, a healthy vegan diet, will dramatically help you, if not completely heal your skin like it did for me. So that is what a colonic is. It's just water up your butt.
Nice. Yeah, definitely got to look into it. I think you've mentioned it to me a few times, and you've said go, and I haven't yet. So
if you're suffering from like low energy, this is the number one thing I would recommend. If you're suffering from sleep issues, you know, every single disease starts in the colon, so you might want to clean out your colon. I'm just saying. If you're worried about, you know, I don't want to say, but you know, the C word, okay? I don't know if you're mentioning COVID on this show, but if you're worried about diseases, if you're worried about your health, get a colonic and you will definitely be healthier and you'll feel so much better. And you can see the stuff coming out. Like it's ridiculous. Like how much we are holding on to and like is impacting our colon. It's really disgusting. So highly recommend it.
book your appointments.
I should own a colonic place, maybe when I'm older.
Yeah. So, last but not least, do you see a plant-based world in the future? And how do you think we can make that happen?
Oh, great question. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I personally don't. I personally have given up on society and humanity. I think it's personally not gonna happen because we just humanity is it's just, we're screwed, I think. But the reason why I'm vegan is because, and the why I try to inspire as many people as possible is because they have the right to know what's going on, right? Do I
Right.
see the world going vegan? No, I think it's too late. Personally, I don't believe in humanity anymore. But do I think everyone has the right to know what the hell they're eating and what they're supporting? Absolutely. And what you do in this lifetime is your karma, right? So if you continue, if you know what's happening and you continue to support it, that's your own thing. Hey, you got to deal with your own, next lifetime if you believe in that. Me personally, I'm making as many choices as I can to make sure that I'm doing exactly what I believe in and what feels best and feels like the truth to me. We all know that hurting anyone, whether it's an animal or not, is wrong. We know that. And it doesn't really matter what you know, it's what you do. You are your actions. Words are meaningless. Your actions are important. So I personally don't have hope for the world, but I have hope for I just have hope in myself to connect with as many people as possible. And my goal is to inspire 1 billion people to go vegan. That's my ultimate goal in life. So even if I inspire 1 billion people, there's still like 6 more billion or something that I'm not. So I don't think we're gonna have a vegan world, but we can have vegan communities, and we can have, way less suffering. Absolutely. Do you believe a vegan world can be possible?
It's a hard one. That's why I like to ask people and
Great
see what they
question.
think. I mean, I'm just kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen in my lifetime, but it's hard to know. Like if it keeps growing, maybe I can be a better judge of that in 40 years or something. And
Oh yeah, I meant to say that. Not in my lifetime. Right. I don't have hope in my lifetime, but I'm not living for my lifetime. I'm living
right,
for 400, 500 years from now, if the planet exists.
right,
That's what I'm doing this for. Because in my lifetime, it's not going to happen. I'm already 30. I'm about to be 36. It's not going to happen. But in the future, yeah, because somebody that I maybe talked to and maybe helped, he's going to have kids, and then they're going to have talk to somebody, and then it's just a compound effect is real. So yeah,
right.
you're right. It's not going to happen in our lifetime, but absolutely, it's going to happen one day. It has to. We can't. We can't keep doing this. This is not going. This whole thing that we're doing, this is barely hanging on. So we're
Right.
not going to be able to use the Earth's resources the way we are. Absolutely not.
And eventually when it gets to a certain point of like even when it would reach let's say 50-50, like it's gonna get to a point where there's just not gonna be any point of continuing it. And it's just gonna become something that we're just gonna try to hopefully let go completely at a certain point and not just keep holding on till the last bit, like come on.
Right, right, right. Wish it could be there.
But
Wish it could be there.
yeah, but I'm curious. I'm just so curious to know how it's gonna look
Yeah.
in 30, 40 years or whatever when I'm 80 or 90. Hopefully I live till then.
But yeah, I'm planning on living to 140 personally.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying anything could happen. I mean, could get hit by a car tomorrow. I don't
Yeah,
want to
true.
knock on wood. But but yeah, no, I'm just very curious to know how it's gonna be and the progress that is gonna be made in 30 years. And then because then I want to see, that and see what kind of indication that'll give me for even further when I'm not here.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, as far as the vegan thing, it's taken off, and anywhere you go now, there's a vegan option. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know when did you go vegan?
4 years ago.
Okay,
So
even
yeah.
4 years ago, it was not like this, and certainly 11 years ago, when I went vegan, there was like maybe some tofu. It was
Right.
it wasn't this. So it's definitely exponentially getting way more.
Yeah, I mean, the vegan restaurant that I go to only opened a couple years ago, maybe three. I think it's only, yeah, maybe two or three. And they just opened another one. Literally, it's like a food hall and it's like a takeout place. And they just made a secondary company and now they sell like their salads and wraps and stuff, and then they sell their like more deep fried burgers and all the other stuff. But now they're doing two separate companies,
Wow.
so it's like it's booming. I mean, it's there for people are buying the food whether they're vegan or not. So I mean, it's growing, so it's nice.
Yeah, very exciting.
So before we go, where can people find you on social media, or if they want any of your services or some of your wonderful fruits?
Yes. So I am Ms.FitVegan on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Ms.FitVegan. Ms.FitVegan. And I also have a few websites. I have fruitislife.store, which is where you can buy. I have these cool fruity t-shirts that I made.
Nice. I was gonna say you're like a watermelon freak, and you haven't said the word watermelon
Oh god,
all
I know.
podcast.
I did. I think I did once. I had just rewind it. I'm sure I did. Talk about food that I eat.
I'm
But
gonna hold you on that.
yeah, I'm obsessed with watermelon, and so I made these cute shirts. Eat fruit, be cute. And it took me a lot of years to do this because I always wanted to have my own clothing. So now I do have that, fruitislife.store. And then I also have 100freerecipes.com. So this is a place where you can go. I have a brand new recipe book. It's 100 raw vegan recipes that are quick, easy, and all contain 5 ingredients or less. And no dehydrator required at all, and no oils. Because personally, I actually don't like to make food. I hate being in the kitchen. I like fruit. I love fruit because it's easy, it's fast. I don't have to make it. I don't have to do anything. I'm pretty lazy. So I made this recipe book for people like me that don't like to cook, but they really want to eat healthy. So 100freerecipes.com. And I have a few other things going on. I have a course on how to increase your energy because that is something very close to my heart. If you'd like more information on that, you can message me on Instagram or Facebook, Ms.FitVegan. And yeah, I think I mentioned this, but I also have a YouTube channel that I love, Ms.FitVegan, and I put a lot of love into that and a lot of effort and just talk about everything, mostly fruit, obviously. But fruit is my
Check it
passion.
out, guys. It's
Yeah, my
good.
company's
Very
name
good
is Fruit
content.
is Life. So I named it because it is my life. So check it out if you like fruit. And I would love, love, love to connect with you. I live on Instagram, so hit me up there, ms.fitvegan, ms.fitvegan.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you wanted to add before we go, or?
I wanted to add that I love watermelon. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. Sorry, watermelon, I love you. I have an obsession, and Richard actually painted me a beautiful Canva that I have in my shrine. So
Nice.
after this, I'll show you. I have a watermelon shrine in my closet, and your Canva's there, and the fanny pack you gave me. Yeah, I do have dreams. One day, I'm gonna have a watermelon house. So you're gonna see me when I'm like 80 or 90 years old on Netflix. I'm going to be living in a watermelon-shaped house, and everything in there is gonna be watermelon. Okay. And since this is my first podcast, I wanted to put it out there so that everybody knows what to look forward to. I'm going to be that weirdo old lady in a watermelon house, and all my stuff, all my watermelon, everything's going to be watermelon. The bed, counter, the floors, everything. I'll invite you over.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see
Thank you so much.
this. You'll definitely have some watermelon retreats or something there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey and all your beautiful words, and taking the time to come on here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Richard. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. And honestly, I only did this podcast because you have great energy. And I've never done a podcast before. I'm really nervous and shy and things like that. And I wanted yours to be the first because I love what you're doing. I love your podcast. You have a great, great energy, and you're the exact same in person too. So I really appreciate that. And because we know the internet's not real, so everything's fake on the internet, but you're actually the exact same. So I really appreciate that, and just keep doing you, keep inspiring the world.
Awesome. Well, It was great talking to you again, and you have yourself an amazing day.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.